I decided to videotape this. I'm taking a trip up into the mountains. These are mountains that I've been hunting most of my adult life. I've been coming up here since I was a little boy. It's kind of a sad trip here at this time because my old granddad, the guy's made it to 102, and he passed away about 3 months ago. And sad to say, this will probably be one of the last times I ever come up here, but it doesn't really make sense for us to keep the property. It's incredibly remote. We're way up here. And, you know, look, I kept trying to convince him to come back down to the city to live with us, and he was like, nope, not having it. He just lived in a trailer, very remote, very reclusive, but it made him happy. And so I can't fault him for that. But anyway, my wife and I were talking it over, and it just makes sense. You know, my father passed away 20 years ago, and, you know, I don't know, my granddad, now that he's gone, it just doesn't make any sense for us to keep the property. So I think what we're going to do is back it up, put it on the market, and then say goodbye. So anyway, I'm videotaping this because it'll be a good record. A lot of great core memories happening here. And, you know, it's kind of amazing. I mean, look at it, it's beautiful. And, yeah, I want to be able to have it for myself, really. Listen, maybe I'll find something kind of cool that old granddad had put away in this dusty old trailer. But, yeah. Okay, so in order to get up to granddad's, we have to actually take a side-by-side, which is that gets us up the mountain. Because even with a 4x4 truck, you're not getting up there, so. Alright, I'm going to give you a view going up the mountain here. Up here. We are almost there. Well, looks pretty good. It looks in good shape. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Pretty modest living. Yeah, but I remember this. This is crazy. He's got it in, he kept it in pretty good shape. Well, got some mouse traps, but that's to be expected. Yeah, but yeah, this is where he spent literally over a decade. Yeah. He looks like he's got all the amenities you would want. I don't think I could do this, but he seems to be. There's a note. What the fuck? Robert, please review the trail cam footage and check the files on their hard drive. I love you, and I'm sorry. And I'm sorry. Gee. What the fuck? What? I didn't think my granddad was tech savvy whatsoever. He's got a computer. Interesting. Okay, well, I guess I'll... Well, look, let me get settled here. I've got some stuff I've got to obviously I've got to bring in and unpack and see what's going on here. So, yeah, but this is crazy. Review the trail cam footage and check the files. Okay, so basically reviewing what is on this computer. It looks like he's got a folder here that says trail cams, and then he's got another folder that says for Robert. Again, I have no idea. I wasn't expecting any of this, by the way. The lawyer just told me to go up and pack up all of his stuff and that they were going to sell the land or put the land on the market. So even though I'm still going back and forth on that because I love this land and I know it's very remote, it's very far away. But it still would be, I just don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if I want to sell it. But again, this is what's surprising because I had no idea that, and there's no password to it. It just opens up and it goes to this desktop. And so anyway, I'm going to review it. He said to look at the trail cam footage, so I'll look at the trail cam footage. But again, kind of surprising. I'm glad I'm videotaping this because it's kind of cool. I'm impressed, Granddad. Pretty cool. All right. Okay. I have no idea. Look, I know where that is on this property, so I'm going to go take some trail cams and put them around that area and see what I can see. But based on those images, I'm going to make sure I'm taking precaution. I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm hoping it's some kind of a interference, or if it's somebody fucking around. There's nobody within 50 acres of either side of this property, and this property itself is 50 acres. So you're talking like literally almost miles. That is our nearest neighbor. So why would anybody be fucking around with a little old man? I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. So let's go put up some trail cams. My family is pretty religious, especially like my granddad and my father. They were pretty staunch Catholics, and both my granddad and my father went to the seminary. Priesthood wasn't for them, but they definitely gave it an effort. My dad kind of faded out of it. He was just like, I think he saw it as a lot of scare tactics, a lot of guilt, and I think as he grew up and got older, he realized it wasn't for him, and it really disappointed my granddad because my granddad was so devout. When my granddad was a young man, he was part of kind of a Christian brotherhood. It was kind of like fraternity for Christians, for Catholics, and they had weird names. It was like the Knights of Columbus, or some other ones I don't remember at all. But anyway, he had these group of men that he would hang out with, and they would do these kind of monthly gatherings. And it was weird because it was kind of like secret. Anyway, my granddad would host like hunting weekends up here on this property where he would have about a half dozen of these guys from these Christian fraternities all join up, and they would eat, drink, and go hunting. So it was interesting. Of course, I was too young to participate in any of the stuff, nor did I really want to. But anyway, I don't know. I just think it might be good to give some history and context as we're kind of exploring here. Okay, so the other thing in this computer that has my name on it, which is super weird again, is it looks like it's a folder of audio recordings. And it's almost like like an audio diary of sorts of the last couple weeks that my granddad was alive. Now, look, now I got to be honest with you. I didn't think my granddad knew how to turn on a fucking TV, and now he seemed to have been able to know how to record himself as audio files on a computer. So I'm at a loss. But anyway, what I can tell is it seems as though it is just a series of recordings that he did in the weeks up to his death.
Dear Robert, I'm sorry to drag you into all of this posthumous business. I had the lawyer gently push you and Nicole into buttoning things up for me, so I decided to put together some custom instructions on this strange device. Remarkable, this technology, truly. By now, I'm sure you're a little surprised by some of the stuff you discovered up here with me in the mountains. I've been a bit more active than most people assumed. So I've asked you to take a look at the trail cams so you have an idea of the seriousness of the situation up here. I know it might seem hard to believe, but the creatures revealed on the cams are real. They've been here for a long time. I apologize for scaring you with this, but it was the only way to prove to you I wasn't a senile old man up here hallucinating tree people in the woods. But I'm sorry to say, I'm somewhat responsible for these creatures' presence here, and that's a long story, one that I regret with every shred of my soul, one that I wish I could vanquish, but unfortunately I cannot, and one that, with your help, I can hopefully rectify and find some redemption to a life poorly lived. But this will not be an easy solve. It will require a series of actions taken in a particular order and a specific time over the next few stages of the moon to see this task complete. For now, I need you to follow simple but important instructions that I have left in different locations here on the property. I know this seems like a game, but I assure you it is not. These steps have to be followed exactly in order to undo the evil that has been released. So I've created a path for you to follow. Your next step is to find a small metal box at the base of Turtle Rock, as you so aptly named when you were 8 years old. Robbie, I miss you, dear boy. I know this all might seem confusing to you, and I will forever be damned for bringing you into this horror that I've created. But I have to find some way to bring this hell to an end. I love you, Robbie. I always have.
Robbie,